Hello YouTube, welcome back to our family. If you want to learn more about the reptile hobby's favourite, the ball python, then you are in the right place. So if you can do us a favour, if you can smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, get down in the comment section, that helps the channel hugely. And not only that, I enjoy interacting with you guys as well. So if you've got any questions or queries or any ideas for future content, that is where you need to be. So that just leaves, thank you everybody for the support. This season has been amazing for TOR, and next season only promises to be better and blow this one out of the water. So make sure you'll stay tuned for that. Thank you again for all of your support, and I will leave you to enjoy the video. So kick back, relax, have a brew, and I hope you all enjoy it. Hello guys, I'm back, I'm here, I'm still with it. I haven't crawled under a rock and died. What actually happened was, just before Christmas, I was taken into hospital ill with a bout of appendicitis, which was extremely painful. I had my appendix out. I was in hospital for about 4 or 5 days. And then we got Christmas out the way, and then on New Year's Day, I tested positive for COVID. And because I was recovering from surgery, that bout of COVID really did a number on me. But I am recovering now. You can probably hear it still a little bit in my voice, but I'm recovering now, back to work, back to it, back in the snake room, and we have got some important news to announce. So stay tuned guys, and we'll get to it. So there it is guys. If there was any doubt, this female's progress, who we've been following on my channel, there it is, clear as day. You know, on ovulation, this female hasn't eaten for a couple of months now. She's all swollen around this midsection. The tail is sucked in here. Just lift her tail up, and you can see on the ventral scales there, can you see how they're concaved? That's another sign to look for. Textbook ovulation. So now this is the key time. Make sure this female has the correct humidity, the correct temperatures, and hydration is important at this time as well. You know, the last thing you want is a gravid female that becomes dehydrated, and that's a recipe for her becoming egg bound. So there it is guys. If you didn't remember, this female was paired to the visual pied male, hoping to prove out the het pied in this girl, and she is a pastel enchy pinstripe. So fingers crossed for a good result on this one. I think I palpated her for 5 eggs, so fingers crossed for 5 healthy pearly whites. So there she is. For any of you, to the viewers who don't know, it's quite a special moment when you see that ovulation, and you can see the work starting to come into fruition. You know, now she's going to lay a clutch of eggs. Fingers crossed for some white ones, and we don't want any slugs. And I've taken all the correct measures to make sure that happens. But it's a proud moment. That girl I hatched out about 3 years ago, she's done really well, grown like a weed, and now she's going on to produce a clutch of eggs for me. And nothing spectacular genetic wise, but she's one of my own. So you know, that intensifies the buzz for me, and it should do for anyone else as well really. If it doesn't, you might want to take another look about what hobby you get into. So for the rest of the video then, we're just going to take a look at the rest of the females in our collection. They're all at different stages, but they all are showing me the right signs. Not all. Some of them I think might go later on in the season, but I am starting to get some of the early signs that we noticed in the pastel enchy pinstripe female. The others are now following suit and starting to show some of those early signs. So here is my pied het burgundy female. 2 guesses on what she was paired up to. She is still early signs. She's still predominantly on the warmer side of the tub, feeding very aggressively. So I am waiting to see her migrate from the warmer side of the tub to the cooler side, and that's when we know, you know, things are going. She has already started the process by feeding aggressively, but to be honest, she came to me like that. This is a former resident of Predator BP, well, now Constrictor Kai, and to be honest, I don't want to be thinking too much about this, the clutch that this girl will produce, because I probably won't sleep. So I'm just going to leave her to her business and let her do what she needs to do. Next up then we have another just straight pied female. Now this girl is, you know, a step or two further on than the last female we've just seen. She has been on the cool side. She's had her aggressive feeding stage and she has now stopped feeding. She's been paired to the banana enchi het pied male. So fingers crossed for some banana enchi pieds. This is a champagne het lav female. This female has not been paired yet and she won't do for a while. She's still recovering from last season's clutch and it really took it out of her. This female I thought was egg bound after she'd gone about 5 or 6 days over her lay date. She went from nesting to moving all over the tub, and then myself and a vet administered oxytocin and calcium to encourage her to lay. She did lay a clutch of eggs, but they were all infertile, and this female took a very long time to recover from that. So I'm not pairing her, potentially giving her a season off. She has only just recently started feeding, you know, after sort of 6 months or so since laying. She'd only just started eating again, and I was getting a little bit worried about her, but she is eating now. So maybe she can pack the weight on in time. I want to see her a little bit heavier than what she ovulated at last time before I can sort of comfortably think about chucking a male in with her. So not breeding this one yet, but it's not completely off the cards. Here is my albino female. She is chunky as anything, still eating really aggressively, has been down the cooler side. This isn't bowl wrapping, I've just disturbed her from moving about as I've opened the tub. She's still spending a lot of time down the warmer side of the tub, so it's still early doors, but her condition is great. Expecting a nice big healthy clutch from this one. Her meals now are right down, you know. I don't want her to be overweight. As you can see, she's really chunky. A lot of this is a build, it isn't just food. This sort of came on as the temperatures dropped sort of around about October time. She really started getting a bit of build on and getting chunky. Aside from where she is on the breeding cycle, you know, find me an albino adult that has contrast as good as this one. You know, I really love looking at this snake. She's absolutely stunning and a breathtaking example of what the albino should be. She was very high contrast as a hatchling, and that really has held, and hopefully that's the trait she passes on to her offspring. There's an orange ghost. This one was probably the most recent to lay. I can't remember what month it was that she laid. I have got it on record, but I haven't got it in front of me at the minute. But she's now just recovering, still packing the weight on, still getting the calories in, and I'll be expecting to see signs from her more to the back end of this coming season. This girl is my Pastel lesson, my Harvey. I don't know. I don't know on this one. She's not eating aggressively. She's still feeding, but she's not on that sort of mad feeding craze. Still got great body condition. So she's primed, ready to go, but she's not showing me the signs yet. Here we have an enchi het pied. This female is a bit further on in its development, so she's been on the cool side. She's had a really strong build on, still eating, but I think this one will be going off food anytime now, really, I expect. So it's been my job to make sure that when that does happen, she's in good condition, and she absolutely is. You probably can't tell from the camera or from taking probably your first glance at this snake, but this is a bit of a glow she's got going on. She's not normally this bright, and that's, you know, down to the hormonal changes that developing follicles brings to the female. So that's another sign to look for. She's been paired to the burgundy hepide, or possible hepide, so hopefully we'll be proving him out. This girl I've noticed laying inverted a couple of times, predominantly on the cooler side of the tub. She's absolutely massive, probably the biggest snake that I have. I haven't weighed her, but she's north of sort of 3.5 kilo, this one. This is a V70 tub, and you can see she takes up pretty much the full length of it. Yeah, this is just a yellow belly female, if I haven't said already. So another one early doors, but I've definitely had the signs from her, and she is still eating, but another one which I expect to go off feed fairly shortly. That's it, guys. That is a taste of things to come at TLY. Let me know what you thought about this video style. If you like taking a bit of a brief look at the collection here and how the females are developing, let me know, and I know to incorporate that style going forward. If you want to see feeding or anything like that, let us know. My next job, now that female has ovulated, is to ready the incubator. Now it's already turned on, it's already warming up, it's been on for a couple of days, the temperatures are holding constant. There was a slight issue last season where I had a fan go down and the temperatures spiked within the incubator, which caused me massive panic and heartache, but it was all fine. The eggs were exposed to slightly higher temperatures than what I would like for about 10 hours, and they all hatched out perfectly fine. No abnormalities, everything was hunky-dory. I've now fixed that issue. This incubator doesn't have fans anymore. I think I was being overly cautious when I made that incubator. An incubator that size I don't really think needs fans, and the heat between the top and the bottom, it's not even 1 degree fluctuation, so you know, I'm happy with it as it is, and I've got confidence in it, and I know it will hold the temps for me. If you guys at home are starting to see ovulations, you know, between ovulation and the eggs being laid, that's a perfect period to get your incubator ready. You can even have one built in that period and tested, so that you know it's the temperatures are staying consistent, and you know you can rely on that incubator. You can use that period of time to test it. You've got plenty of time to do that, so I encourage you guys to just use this period of time to test your incubator. If you want to see how I set these egg boxes up in a future video, let us know in the comment section. I'm happy to show you how to do that, or how I do it. I feel like there's a lot of good videos out there, and most breeders do it sort of different versions of the same method, really. There isn't much to it. As long as you've got the right heat and the right humidity, then 9 times out of 10 you're not going to go wrong. So that brings the video to a close, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Let us know what you want for future content, and I hope you all enjoyed it, guys. I'll see you on the next one.